Hello and welcome to Community Update, special edition for Black Heritage Month. Today we're going to talk around Black health. And research has shown that Black men encounter a myriad of health disparities stemming from various social economic factors, systemic biases, and cultural influences. These disparities manifest in higher rates of chronic diseases such as hypertension, diabetes, and prostate cancer, as well as disproportionate barriers to accessing quality healthcare services. Through community engagement, education, and empowerment, the Nova Scotia Brotherhood aims to redefine and prioritize Black men's health by fostering dialogue, sharing resources, and advocating for equitable healthcare policies. And joining me today in the studio to discuss this and more is Preston Trench. Welcome to the show, Preston.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
This is an important conversation and topic to have. And so, I sit and think about years of, the mistreatment or the ill treatment or around Black health, and specifically around men going to the doctors or refusing to go to the doctors for whatever reasons. But hopefully you could shed some light on that. I just have a few questions that I would like to ask. And I know you guys also have a men's conference coming up, which we will get into. Yes. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you're connected to the organization.
So my name is Preston Trench. I'm the Wellness Navigator for the Nova Scotia Brotherhood. My background is social work. So I do a lot of social working for the Brotherhood, basically going to hospital, providing advocacy, whether it be in the prison justice system. So it entails a lot. So there's not just a simple answer to such a question, because there's a lot of disparity in our community, and it's a needed resource. So we need more hands, because more hands make lighter work. But it's good that we're having this conversation and opening it up to dialogue, so persons know that we are there and we need the support.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. And for your clients, in terms of building relationship, how important is that in furthering the work?
So one of the importance with our community is trust.
Yes.
So first you have to build that rapport, you have to build that trust.
That's true. Yeah.
Because folks are not going to open up to you, and they see you as an outsider, and they're like, why should I open up to you? Why should I trust you? Why should I put my my needs in front of you and be vulnerable? Because vulnerability is key, and that's something that a lot of our Black men aren't open to, is sharing their feelings, being vulnerable, because we all have that context of being a strong man. Yes, and the whole aspect of
and men don't cry.
Men don't cry, men don't show any emotions, and all the nuance that is involved. So it's about having those uncomfortable conversations and making it a safe space for men to be vulnerable and know that they're being heard and that there's support, and there's a no judgmental lens provided by our organization, and we're culturally competent in that regards as well too.
And that's important.
It's very important.
That's highly important. And if I can say to you about you, I've seen you do your job. I've seen you in action and in community with your clients, and you're a special one, I must say that.
Oh, thank you.
And how you connect with them and make them feel at ease. So if I had said that to you, I would like to say that to you now. You're very well at your job. So thank you for taking on that role.
No problem. Thank you.
Could you share some of the specific health challenges that Black men in Nova Scotia or in our community commonly face?
So one of the biggest things that I've been seeing of lately, in which a lot of our men shy away from or try not to have those conversations, is that our coping mechanism is a bit warped.
Yeah.
Like for instance, I have a running group in order to facilitate men to think about their physical health and use it as a a good coping mechanism. But what would some of our men rather do? Oh, I'll rather smoke it away, I'll rather drink it away as a means to negate and not take onus of what is going on. So that's one of the things we need to have these uncomfortable conversations. And I normally say to men, after you smoke and you drink, did the issue go away, or did it just, you delayed it for certain times? Yes. So how are we going to compartmentalize, put things like tangible things in place to navigate these situations and basically find creative solutions? And if you don't have it, it's okay to ask. and it's okay to ask for help.
Yes.
And that's one of the things that some of our men, it's pride.
Right.
Very pride and being proud.
Right.
So how do we take away that lens and make men feel comfortable in order to have those conversations and not feel judged?
Has there been some success in that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes and no.
So
yes
the wheels are turning,
The
right?
wheels are turning. It's turning not as fast as we
Right.
hope to. And some persons lack patience, because I tell everyone, if I wish I had a one, could go beep the bop to the boo and everything falls into place. Yes, and things fall into place, but sadly, that's not how things are structured in that sense. And whereas we work within organization, there's a lot of barriers and red tapes and a lot of back and forth and escalation, and you have to triage. And so you think that it would be like, oh, I'll get in and get that done like within a day. Sometimes it takes 3 days, a week, or a month.
Right.
So we would like it to be more fast, but sadly we're working with systems. And systems are very slow and pragmatic.
That's right.
Yep.
And also, to put them in their best light and the best position to be able to get the services when it does come through.
Yes.
I understand that.
Yes.
What are some of the contributing factors that lead to the disparities in health care in terms of the outcomes for Black men in our communities?
So I see most of the folks who comes out to our clinic are the older generation.
Yeah.
They are the ones who are prioritizing their health. And it's, I think one could surmise it down to youth invincibility, whereas, oh, I'm young, I'm strong, I can do all of these things, I won't get sick, I don't need to get a checkup, I don't need to see a doctor. But that's not the case, because even walls, they deteriorate, they break, and they need plaster, they need reinforcement. So that's one of the things that our young folks need to bear in mind, that they need to come, get checked, have those conversations with a doctor, because they're the professionals and they'll give you the advice and the support. But you using over the counter like smoking or drinking, how is that achieving an end? So speak to the professionals, have those conversations, because you're not invincible. We all are susceptible to some issues.
That's true.
Yeah.
And those are great conversations to have, even with your younger men.
Oh, yes.
That are coming in. To me, I see them as a clean slate, and just get mucked up because they fall into these habitual habits that have been conditioned or passed down, kind of thing, or just by learning by what they see from our older men or at home, whatnot. How do we address these systematic barriers?
So it has to be an older man showing them the way, because if they have that guidance and they see you do it, because children and people mirror behavior. Because if I see you doing something and I'm seeing that, oh, you're doing well and you're being fit, just like you go into the gym and you're seeing someone working out and like, oh, I want to be like, I want to at least get those abs. And you're going to go and you probably ask him, hey, bro, what is your workout routine? It's the same thing. If they see their father going to the doctor, rather than saying, oh, I'll just go lie down and pop 2 pills and that'll be okay and I'll be fine and I'm ready to go. If they see them doing that habit, persons are going to be say, okay, that's what I should do. I have a headache, or I'm not feeling well, I have a back pain. Is it something more? Maybe there's some family heritage that I'm not cognizant of that I need to get checked out. But if you don't see your parents doing it, why would you do it?
And so I guess my question would be then, to follow up on what you just said, how important are mentors, male mentors, to be exact?
And I go back to what I said earlier of children mirroring behavior, and parents are our first teachers, and our community members are also our first teachers as well too. So if they're not having those conversations with us, we're just going to be like, okay, it's not something that we should do. That's a white people's problem. White people can go, like even therapy, therapy. Like
absolutely.
if we look at therapy,
why am I talking to
exactly.
But it's not even about being crazy, right? It's about working through that thing, whatever that is, right? Whatever is causing you to be stuck.
Yes.
If I can say it that way, but you can go ahead and expand upon
that. And I was saying it's not like an instance, white people thing or so. Sadly, we do it when we go to church. It's called narrative therapy. We pray to Lord and we pray. That's you talking about your issues and hoping that the higher power will come through. So that's when you go to a therapist and you have those conversations. They can pinpoint certain things that you are not seeing yourself. And that's why we need like good, safe spaces around us for us to have those uncomfortable conversations. Or even have a safe person that you can rely on or lean on, because we are a community, and we are here to lean on each other, and we're stronger as our weakest link.
So what about the individuals or the clients that you serve that may not be forthcoming and asking, if they're just not that person that speaks up all the time? How do you guys reach them?
Patience.
Okay.
And that's, as I said earlier, patience. A lot of us, we aren't equipped with patience. But I tell people all the time, if we were supposed to treat each other like little children, like a brand new slate, they're learning the world, they're trying to figure things out, but we lack the patience to have that
Human
time.
kindness.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Human kindness.
Just have that time, that patience to listen, to acknowledge, to wait. We don't have it because we live in such a culture where everything is an instant gratification. Oh, if Tinder, for instance, you want a girl, you don't want to go out and talk to someone. Swipe left, swipe right. So we are basically cultured or in that sense in which we want that instant gratification. Everything needs to be instantaneous. And sadly, life is not that way. It takes process. And I've always tell folks, small steps are still considered progress. We're not we're not stationary, we're still moving forward. So it takes time, and we need to be patient with our folks. So it might seem as if we're not making progress, but each person is different. You might be ready to open up to me. The next person was like, okay, who's this guy? Why is he talking to me? Like, I don't know you from a hole in the wall. So it's about building those relationships and wait and having patience. I had a client the other day. The doctor on said, Preston, I need you to reach out to this young man. I reached out to him. The first conversation is like, I don't want to talk to you. I'm like, okay, all right. I'll send you a text whenever you're open and ready for that conversation. The door is always open, right? And he texts me every day, just to check in. And I was like, see, I did nothing. I just let him, give him his time, give him his space when he's ready. Yeah, and people will come around.
That could be hard, though. I mean, I guess I say that from a woman's perspective, because we approach things differently. But I think sometimes...
And why is that, Nicole?
Because
women like results. You like it right all the way. You want certainty.
Yes,
certainty.
We do.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And the security in that, right?
Yes.
Knowing that particular thing is being taken care of or addressed.
Yes. So that's a form of projection, but that certainty needs to come with patience. And as it comes back to that instant gratification, women like, oh, I need to know that. I need to know what's going on. And you're like, not everything needs to be an answer right away.
And you know what? And I appreciate, and I think I come to appreciate that, seeing that, and observing, again, you and your roles that you play, and understand it's like, just chill. Everything doesn't have to be. It's not. You may not like what's happening, but it's not detrimental to anybody being harmed or you not getting your way.
Yeah, I need to even give you kudos on that too, because you were always like, I need this to be done now and in a certain way. And you've come around the corner. You're very patient, and I'm like, it's like maybe it's a new year, new me, right?
No, it's just that when you know better, you do better.
Yes, maturity is a thing
absolutely,
too,
right? And want to be a part of the solution, not the problem.
Yes,
and I think. And wanting our Black men to be healthy, our young Black youth to be healthy as well. And part of that is just giving them a minute to breathe.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So I've learned that.
Yes. Maturity.
What you trying to say?
No, I'm not alluding to anything.
No, it's all good. Yeah. But that's a part of the conversation. It's acknowledging your part in this, right?
Yes.
So what incentives that you guys are doing outside of the conference? What other incentives that you're working towards in terms of working with your clients or even combating these, systematic barriers? So
we have the barbershop talk, in which you're familiar with because you partnership with the Sisterhood with their sister salon talk. So the barbershop talk is a safe space for men to come and just have those uncomfortable conversations, whether it be health related. and our brothers like to look sharp.
Right. Of course.
Yeah, they like to have a free haircut. Haircuts aren't cheap now, right? So I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, thank God I have dreadlocks. I just go once a month to get it. Yeah. But yeah, haircuts are not cheap. So we have that service there. Plus we have like social workers, we have doctors or some healthcare professional who would often come and have some conversation about health related topic, whether it be around mental health or finances.
Or anger
management. Yeah, that's me. I do that. But yeah, so and one of the things, so we have the barbershop talks.
When's the next one coming?
The next one I think is we had one on the 12th,
right, yeah.
So the next one is in March.
Okay.
So I think it's the second week in March, to be exact, because the conference is on the 9th.
That's right.
So it's gonna be like we're already on the ground, moving do the heavy lifting for the conference on the March 9th. So we have to be like barbershop can't wait till like the end of the month. Okay. So probably
since we're here, tell us a little bit more about the conference.
So the Black Men's Health Conference will be on March 9th at the Akeley campus on Main Street. Yeah. The topic this year is defining Black men's wellness and what that looks like for us as a community. So we're going to look at some of the nuances and the intricacies of what wellness look like, because it varies from person to person. So we're going to have some of those uncomfortable conversation to say, hey, what does wellness look like to you, and how do we go about restoring that community, unifying each other? Because we somehow shifted away from being our brother's keeper. We are more of like, oh, what does Nicole have, and why does Nicole have like a nice car and I'm not? How did Nicole get to that point, and what lessons can Nicole teach me to get to that point? But it goes back to that aspect of patience in which we don't have. So we just want to have those conversations, and we're going to have like a workshop. We're going to have workshops, several breakout rooms in which we have various topics from finance, sexual health, talking about the prison industrial system and how to restore community after interacting with the prison industrial system. Talking about wellness in community, spiritual wellness, and just wanted it to be a wraparound service for folks to just come, have a great time. We're going to have breakfast and dinner and lunch. So food is food. One of the things with our community, food is conversational. But it's a drawing point, right? It is. Yeah. And it's a good selling point as well. And it's good food. And we want to sit and break bread together, sit at a table, because a lot of folks, we don't sit at tables anymore, have those conversations, too busy trying to keep our head above water. Even that narrative we need to be pushing back against, because why are we constantly trying to keep our head above water when there's so much, because they sell this narrative of spirituality. You can appreciate everything underneath. Oh, I never looked at it.
Well, I mean, right? So you get to see the perspective of above the water and beneath it, right?
Yes.
And appreciate it. And I think one of the things you were saying about, we point out certain things about each other.
Yes.
Learning to appreciate what we have accomplished, little or big, right? Like I was able to overcome that to have this nice car, or a healthy family, whatever.
Yes.
Right.
But one of the things that I was talking to my therapist the other day about, and they said that we don't often get that time to pause.
Yes.
And even in that pause, we are so fixated on things not going the way we want it to. But sometimes taking a pause is good. It's not for us to be bombarded by the what haves and the what ifs, but taking a pause to even breathe, to appreciate the little things and giving thanks. But we're in such a society that is so fast-paced, fast driven by the capitalistic mindset, that we don't even get the time to embrace the little things and give thanks because of the go mentality.
Right.
So,
yeah. So a little bit more about the conference. How many are you expecting?
So far we have over 160 registered, and we still have 6 weeks to go. So
what's the number you're aiming to?
So we're aiming for 300, and we're like, but by the looks of it thus far, who knows? And if this gets out there and folks are like, but
tell them, encourage.
So you just go on Eventbrite, type in the Nova Scotia Brotherhood conference, and it will lead you to a portal. You just type in your information and just reserve your ticket. The tickets are free of cost.
Great
just
food.
Great food.
Who's doing the food?
We have some swags. The swags look good, and I was like, should I even put that out there? Just come to the conference. Yeah, the food. Mr. Smooth is doing the food. Yes, and we should have Subas doing
which
some
is a
drumming.
Black-owned business by a Black man, right?
Yes,
and his
Mr.
wife.
Mr. Smooth is awesome.
Of course, we got to promote that.
Oh yeah, Mr. Smooth is awesome.
Yes.
And we're going to be having some drumming in between, and we're also going to have some community vendors in the auditorium. So if you are coming to look for a job, we're going to have some recruiters as well too. So recruiters, Jim. I'm at a loss for word because the amount of persons my colleague, Mr. Winter, has organized, and he has been working really hard at this, and he is a phenomenal individual, and I'm grateful to have him as a teammate.
Dwayne works very hard to make sure that the
yes.
community is, informed and engaged and looked after. So both you and Dwayne, and I can only say that because I've worked with you guys in certain community things. So thank you for your hard work and dedication to the community. You also have another event coming up on the 20th.
The 20th, yes.
So let's hear a little bit about that.
So that is a collaboration with the Nova Scotia Sisterhood. We're going to be at the North Grove Community Center. That's on Primrose. It's a great resource for the community. They do have weekly suppers, lunch and suppers that they give to the community. They also have food, pay what you can for groceries and stuff, not groceries, for fresh produce. So they have that as well. But we're doing a collaboration with them in having Black vendors at the North Grove Center. So on the 20th, you can come there, see some of our community providers.
Is there a time affiliated with that?
I think it's 6 to 9.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but I think it's 6 to 9.
And we'll put it up for the viewers.
You can check it on the Nova Scotia Brotherhood and Sisterhood website. It's their advertisement. Yes.
What would you say to the Black men who are listening to this program right now?
So I would love for you to come out to the conference on March 9th. It's going to be a fun-filled day, talking about wellness and what that looks like for us as a community. You can, if you're not employed at the moment, there are some resource opportunities there that you could have have those conversations, make those networking opportunities. But what I want to talk to my brother about is adulting is hard. Life is hard, and you beating yourself up and try asking about the what ifs and the possibilities doesn't help. Just be gentle with yourself. Small steps are still considered one day at a time. Small steps are still considered progress. It's not you being static. It's you taking that pause that is necessary for you to recoup, catch your breath, and go back on your journey.
So can you say that one more time? Small steps are
still considered progress.
That's right. They are.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's a brilliant thing to say.
I know. I know.
That's a brilliant. I love it. I felt like a Catwoman in Bloom at that time.
Oh my.
Okay. So one last thing before we wrap up our segment today.
Oh, can I put a plug for my running? My team lead doesn't like me talking about my running group, but
by all means, go ahead.
Yeah. So we have a running group that we do every Saturday morning. Yes. It is a great time. We can walk. Where do
you go to do this?
So the thing is that we're trying to get into the Zatzman until it get warmer.
Right.
So normally on a Saturday morning we would rotate because we want to be in each community.
Yes.
So one Saturday morning will be at the Halifax Common.
Okay.
One Saturday will be at the Sullivan Spawn. One Saturday.
And you've done Saltmarsh Trail.
I love Saltmarsh Trail. But some of our brothers don't do it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
We've done some walks.
Oh yes, and that's important too to get out and see, and it's always a good time. I have a dance routine for my brothers. Oh man, I was like, hey guys, we're gonna dance. Get you the routine, and it's fun. And I love that they put up with my antics too, and it's fun. And
but you know what? There's a freeing in that when you are let yourself come undone a little bit and be silly kind of thing. But it may not right then in that moment, but it'll stay.
But we don't have those time for those little things anymore, and we're all busy trying to make ends meet, put food on the table. Who has time to go for a run and focus and all of these things? Like, come on, when are you gonna do it? When you're dead? No, nothing like the present. Right? God forbid, right? God forbid.
So, thinking of, because I see this beautiful poster in front of me when it comes to the theme for Black History Month, our smiles, our
Oh
joy,
yes,
our
that little.
resilience as African Nova Scotians.
Yes.
How does that resonate with you?
Oh, I see that little boy, and I'm like, he looks like my godson, and I'm like, I love him,
Right.
and I'm like, we don't get that youthful exuberance anymore because we are so bombarded by the negativity, and we don't even take that time to live a little.
Yes.
I remember me and Aiden, and he makes fun of my song. He's like, live a little, and I'm like, I was like, but we need to live a little and enjoy life, whatever that looks like. Just take those simple pauses.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't have to be like, oh, I go, 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 go. Take that time to breathe. Take that time to live a little.
And it's healthier.
No, yes, it is healthier. It
is.
is.
It's healthier, right?
Yes.
Because we're running to catch up with who?
Exactly who? The Joneses?
I don't know the Joneses. So no. But yes, who are we trying to live up to, right? Like, let's live our best, healthiest life, right? As Black and male and female, as Black people, Black health as well.
And communicate as well,
yeah,
too.
Absolutely.
Learn to communicate our emotions. And listen to what your body's telling you. Listen to what your community is telling you. Listen to what your family is telling you. Because oftentimes you're not able to see yourselves.
That's right.
So sometimes maybe it comes off as annoying, but ask the necessary why. Why are they being annoying? Why is this person pointing to these things, right? But some person are like, oh, you're so annoying, but they don't even take that pause to say, okay, what is Nicole trying to tell me? What is going on?
It's the inquisitive investment, right? Into, okay, I see you, I'm paying attention, you look a little thin, what's going on, like maybe you're running yourself down too much, or you skipped a couple meals, like somebody's paying attention to you.
You know what's funny enough, who are normally the inquisitive ones growing up?
Who are the annoying ones?
Inquisitive.
The little ones?
exactly. But we don't have the patience for them because they don't know the world, so they're trying to learn. So they're asking. They're asking, but we don't have that patience to tell them all this stuff. Go to your room and stuff. So it's just time to have that patience with ourselves, with our community, and with our loved ones. Yep.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so to wrap it up, 2 minutes. What does Black history mean to you?
What does Black history? I don't even have words because it means so much, and it highlights how strong we are as a people. But even in our strongness, we need us, our community. We need others, and that's why we need to lead. I said it earlier. We need to be our brother's keeper. We're strong as our weakest link, and we need to build back that whole aspect of community. So Black history means community. I grew up in a community in where my neighbors, they were my parents. So, and if I did something, if I step out of line, oh Lord. And it was not like, oh, why are you disciplining my child? We know that we have that respect, we have that love, we have that community, we have that bond to know that you would not do something out of reproach or harm my child. So we need to get back to that. That was Black history mean to me. And if I know that I'm hungry, I can know that I can knock on Nicole's door and Nicole will give me some food. And I'm not going to hear about it the next day. And when I'm up, you're up too. Right? So that's what we should get back to. Black history means to me is our strength, our community, the love and the bond that we share.
Absolutely. Amen to all of that. Well, there you have it, folks. The Nova Scotia Brotherhood is in the house, and they are celebrating, doing a men's conference coming up March 9th. Please get out. And also the community event with the partnership with North Grove Community Center, February 20th. Please get out to that. Take care of yourself. Black health is our wealth. So for all you men out there, check out the Nova Scotia Brotherhood. Thank you for tuning in today.